Hey guys, I'm Courtney Cole, and I recently released book 2 in the Nocte Trilogy called VERUM, and I am here today to read Chapter 1 to you. As you might remember from book 1 Nocte, it ended in a bit of a cliffhanger. So some questions were answered, but some still need to be answered, and in VERUM, you will get some of those answers. So I just thought that I would, just like I did with Nocte, when it released, I thought that I would go ahead and read Chapter 1, and you can just get a little taste of it. So, I will read you Chapter 1. Everything is in slow motion. The waves, there's mouth moving, his words. I stare at him, at the dark stubble on his jaw, at the way he swallows. At the way his dark eyes are impaling me, holding me, scaring me. You've got one question left, Kala, he reminds me. Ask it. The past year swirls through my mind in blurs and snippets. Through everything, Dare has been here. He's been with me, he's held me, he's loved me. Or has he? My lips tremble as I try to move them. Why were you there that night? I finally ask. Choosing my words carefully. You weren't supposed to be there, but you were. Dare answers my questions with one of his own, staring at me cautiously. Which night, Kala? I'm speechless as I stare at him. You know which night. The night. The night my brother died. Something wavers in Dare's gaze, but he gathers himself. Do you remember now? Do you remember how bloody I was? I'm shaking my head already from side to side, slowly, in shock. Not because I don't remember, but because I don't want to. There was a lot of blood, I recall, thinking about the way it had streaked down Dare's temple and dripped onto his shirt. It had stained the t-shirt crimson, spreading in a terrifying pool across his chest. I didn't know if it was yours or Finn's, and for one scant moment, I had forgotten that Dare had confessed something to me. I had forgotten that I was terrified because of it. Because amidst all that blood, all I could see was my fear of losing him, because heaven help me, I loved him anyway. You held me up, my lips tremble. When I was falling down, you held me while I waited for Finn. I'd waited for Finn to call. I'd waited and waited and waited. The sirens wailed in the night, and I'd paced the floor, but Finn never called. Dare nods. I've always held you up, Cal. When my father came in and said, when he told me about Finn, everything else faded away, I recall, staring out at the ocean. Nothing else mattered. Nothing but him. You faded away, Dare. The truth is stark. The truth is hurtful. I lay it out there, like flesh laid open, like pink muscle, like blood. Dare closes his eyes, his gleaming black eyes. I know, he says softly, you didn't remember me for months. We know that. We both know that. It's why we're here, standing on the edge of the ocean, trying to retrieve my mind. It's been out to sea for too long, absent from me, floundering. I snatch at it now with frantic fingers, trying to draw all of my memories back. They're stubborn, though, my memories. They won't all come. But one does. My eyes burn as I fix my gaze on Dare. You confessed something to me. It scared me. Dare's lids are heavy and hooded, probably from the weight of guilt. He nods, one curt, short movement. Do you remember what I told you? He's silent, his gaze tied to mine, burning me. I flip through my memories, faster, but I come up empty-handed. I only emerge with a feeling. Fear. Dare sees it in my eyes and looks away. I tried to tell you, Cal, he says, almost pleading. You just didn't understand. His voice trails off and my heart seems to stop. I didn't understand what? I ask stiltedly. He lifts his head now. It isn't hard to understand, he says simply. If you remember all that I told you, can you try? I stare at him numbly. I tried already. It's not there, Dare. Dare's head drops the tiniest bit, almost imperceptibly, but I see it. He's discouraged, disappointed. He shakes his head. It is there. Just relax, Kala. It'll come. But you should know that you're not safe. You have to trust me. You were here for me, I tell him. I remember that much. You were here for me all along. Dare shakes his head. No, that's not true. I came here for a reason, but then that reason changed, and it was you, I swear on my mother's life. Your mother's dead, I point out starkly, and so is mine, and I'm supposed to just believe you now? Dare sighs, a ragged and broken sound. He tries to touch my hand, but I yank it away. He doesn't get to touch me, not anymore. You don't understand, he says quietly. I stare at him. No, I don't. You will, he replies tiredly. I swear to God you will. A lump lodges itself in my throat as the sea breeze rustles my hair. I take a deep gulp of it, filling my lungs with the clean scent. Did you ever love me at all? I ask, the words choking me because no matter what, it's the most important thing to me right now. Pain flashes across Dare's face, real pain, and I brace myself. Don't hurt me. Of course I did, he says quickly and firmly, and I do still, right now. He stares at me imploringly, and I so want to believe him. I want to hear his words and clutch them to my heart and keep them there in a gilded cage. But then he speaks again. You're not safe, Calla. You have to come with me right now. There's something you need to know. I am frozen, petrified by my circumstances. Go with him? With a person I don't even know anymore? With a person I think I should be afraid of? Confusion consumes me and nothing seems real. Nothing but two things. I have to admit I do feel the danger. It crackles around me everywhere, and it's here for me. I just don't know why. And of course, Dare. He's here. He's real, and I love him. But I can't trust him. I can't trust anything. I don't know what to do, I whisper jaggedly. I want to hate you, Dare, for lying to me, but I can't. I'm too confused, and he's my anchor. He grabs my arm and pulls me to him, resisting my struggles, and then I'm limp, because here, surrounded by his scent and his warmth and his strength, this is where I belong. How can I argue with that? You belong right here with me, he tells me, his lips moving against my hair. You don't hate me, Calla. You can't. I didn't lie to you. I tried to tell you. His voice is afraid, terrified actually, and it touches a soft place in me, a hidden place, the place where I protect my love for him, the place where my heart used to be before it was so broken. You're my own personal Antichrist, I whisper into his shirt. His hands stroke my hair frantically, trailing down my back and clutching me to him. Why can't you just tell me everything right now? Because I can't, he rasps, because things are complicated, and unless you uncover it yourself, you're going to think I'm a monster. I love you, Calla. I will protect you. You just have to trust me. I yank back now, grasping at my courage and my strength. Trust you? You must be joking. He's surprised and I'm shattered as I sprint down the beach, my feet sinking in the wet sand, the wind whipping my hair. I love Dare more than anything, but I can't trust him. The only person I've ever been able to truly trust is dead. I need my brother. I need Finn. I race up the trail into my house and up to my brother's room. It's exactly like he left it. I sink to my heels just inside the door. The walls close in on me, four of them, and the ceiling, coming closer, closer, swallowing me, crushing me. I close my ears and rock back and forth because amid everything I still hear my brother's voice. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I can't keep hearing voices. Not even Finn's. I can't. I'm sane, goddammit. I'm overwhelmed by Dare's lies, by fear, and by the very real fact that I'm so very fragile. Her hold on reality is tenuous. It's a murmur that cuts through my panic. I pause, halting all movement, not even breathing. The whisper comes from the other side of the door. No, I don't want to do that, not yet. The voice, hissing and firm, can't be real. There's no way. I'm frozen as it envelops me as reality slithers further away. We have to. She wouldn't want this. Confused, I stare at the wooden planes of the door, at the grain. Is this really happening? Or is my mind playing tricks on me yet again? I gulp and draw a shaky breath. Anything can send her back over the edge, the familiar voice cautions. His voice, careful and low and familiar. There's no way it can be him. There's no way. Even still, I want to wrap myself in the sound, to hide in it, to escape in it. But I can't, because the answer is immediate. That's why we have to handle it carefully. Handle me? The door opens, and I look up to find three shadows looming over me. My father, Dare, and someone I can't see, a faceless, nameless figure lurking in the shadows. I peer closely, trying to see if it's him, even while knowing in my heart that it can't be Finn. It can't be, it's impossible. I scoot backwards until my spine is against my brother's bed. I'm a skittish fawn, and they're my hunters. I'm prey because I'm in danger, and I don't know why. But they do. Calla, my dad says, kindly and soothingly, you're okay. You're okay, but I need you to trust me right now. His face is grave and pale. I look at Dare and notice that his hands are clenched into fists, his knuckles white. The air in the room is charged now, dangerous, and I find that I can scarcely breathe. I brace myself, because deep in the pit of my stomach, I feel like I can't trust anyone. I squeeze my eyes shut and push my face into Finn's blanket. Through the muffled fabric, I hear words. I feel Dare's hand on my shoulder. I feel the vibration of his deep voice in my chest. And then I feel his absence. I open my eyes. The room is empty. They've given up. Whatever they wanted to tell me, I'm safe from it now, because I'm alone. With shaking hands, I climb to my feet and walk to Finn's nightstand. I pick up his St. Michael's medallion and fasten it around my neck. Holding it in my fingers, I whisper the prayer, each word quick and stiff on my lips. St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our defense against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl around the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. I say the prayer 3 times in a row, quickly, just to make sure. I'm protected, I'm protected, I'm protected. I'm safe now. I'm wearing Finn's medallion. I'm safe. I'm just drawing a shaky breath of relief when the door opens and I'm faced once again with my insanity. My startled eyes flash upwards, finding the impossible. Finn, my dead brother, standing in the doorway of his bedroom. Okay, that's the end of Chapter 1 of VERUM. It is available now at all major e-tailers, so feel free to go and get your own copy and find out what happens. Lux, Book 3, and the conclusion of the Nocte Trilogy will be available hopefully by May of this year. So June at the latest, but I'm aiming for May. So I hope you love VERUM. Please check out CourtneyColeWrites.com for more details. And after you read VERUM, if you want to discuss it with other like-minded readers, I do have a Facebook group called the Nocte Support Group. You can just search for it on Facebook and request to join. So I hope everybody has an awesome weekend, and I will talk to you soon.